Good morning, Arizona. Welcome to Tonia and Friends. On today's show, we have designer Liz Lucio from the Munichi Boutique. Our Friends panel discussion, James and Cynthia Scott from the Nickel Store. And Taking the Town with Tonia. And Friday Fun Facts with Shamar. So here we go. Here's Tonia and Friends.
Sunday afternoon, NASCAR. We're cruising behind the scenes here. We're
getting ready to go into the pit.
We're getting ready to go into the pit, everybody. Hi there, guys.
I'm trying to give y'all a taste of what's going on today until noon. Say hi, everybody. They had some more wonderful artwork out here. Are you having a wonderful time out here?
Each year, you demonstrate a willingness to give and treat people who you've never met, who are miles away.
All right, Lamar.
En este país puede hacer lo que usted quiere si usted puede trabajar duro. Y cuando ellos, el otro lado, con el Trump y Cruz, dicen que el país.
Visionary the labor movement has ever seen.
We've got a lot of carpenters here with their children ready to go block precincts for Hillary Clinton, right? Yeah!
This is the First Lady of Kenya, the Republic of Kenya.
We gotta have our young people educated.
Did you say welcome, Tonia and Friends, is my TV show? Can you say that to my show? Welcome, Tonia and Friends. I'm working.
In my mind, I want to be Christ-like. In my actions, too often I'm like Barabbas. Jesus loves me nonetheless.
Okay, this is Tonia with Tonia and Friends. As I leave the wonderful service with Fred Hammond, I noticed there's a couple guys out here talking about their justice. It's called Israel United in Christ. So let's hear a little bit about this.
Open up, go to Deuteronomy chapter what?
28, verse 49.
You gotta go. You don't want to hear God's law.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee
From far.
This is a curse. Where do these Caucasians come from? The other side of the earth.
And this is live feed with Tonia and Friends. Have a great day. Stay tuned every Friday morning at 6:38 a.m. Thank you.
Miller Scott and James Scott here for an interview. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. We're doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
First of all, I want to say thank you for giving me this time and opportunity to interview you. I want to say thank you for being there for me. I want to acknowledge y'all that. Because the times and the moments where I was having trials and tribulation, you stepped up there and been there for me with no hesitation. You called me and said, girl, whatever you need, I'm there for you. And that's why I'm here, because I didn't realize your story. I didn't understand that. What is the one thing that spiraled in your life out of control?
Well, in 1987, both of my children were victims of a horrific crime. They were viciously raped and sodomized, and my life spiraled out of control. I walked into a bathroom, into the tunnels of addiction, and I stayed there for 23 years. I went to prison, in and out of jail, about 17 times. And the last time that I went, my two children who had been victims of this 20 years ago, they approached me and told me it was time to change my life and that I needed to make a different choice, that I had paid my debt already. So that's what I did. When I walked out of the gates this time, I decided to make a different choice.
And where are your children today in their lives?
Today, my son is actually an RN. He works in a trauma center. My daughter actually teaches RNs, and she does a lot of counseling and speaking engagements on young people who have overcame horrific crimes.
Now, I look at this amazing store. What does Nickel City mean to the community?
Nickel City is actually my husband. I met my husband in 2014. He's an author, and he's from Buffalo. And so the name of his publishing company is Nickel City. And him and I sat and talked, and we both had the same dream that we wanted to do something in the community that would be able to help the community. So we came up with Nickel City. Nickel City Clothing and Books represents a place where we tag everything in our store to end in 55 cents. That way we take the 55 cents and we donate that to women who are getting out of prison, who are in sober living homes, children who are abused. We donate that 55 cents and we try to help one woman at a time. So that's what our store represents. So when people spend money at Nickel City, their 5 cents really does count.
And you also help women over 40 that's trying to get back into the workplace or whatever. Now, what do you do with that?
What we do with that is we donate their first interview outfit. So we give them their first interview outfit. They don't have to have any money. And we also have a salon in the back. And the young lady who runs the salon actually has a story of her own. She came to Arizona with literally the clothes on her back and her daughter in a car and a desire to have a beauty shop. So we teamed up with her, and she does hair in the back. So we do them from the head to the toe. We get their hair done. We get them all fixed up. My husband gets them an outfit, and we get them on the road to their first interview, because I myself didn't have a real job until I was 48 years old.
Now, I understand y'all are authors. Tell me a little bit about your book that you wrote.
Well, my book is called In Rare Form, and it's a story inside survival. It's not about survival. It's a very triumphant story of exactly what happened to me in my life that caused me to spiral into the tunnels of addiction. Throughout the book, I have poetry that I've written when I was in prison, incarcerated, even when I was under the influence, because I wanted people to see me in rare form, to see my life in rare form. And so that's the way I wrote my book. And then in the end of the book, the miracle does happen. My husband has to tell you about his own books. He writes mysteries.
Well, I write mystery, suspense myself, and crime thrillers as well. My books are generally books that from experience, people that I know, things I've talked about with people, experiences in my own life. I started Nickel City Publication 3 years ago, and groomed it into a company where I give back to the community as well. There are a lot of women that come down here, single women that come down here that have men in prison, mothers, fathers in prisons and things of that nature. So when they come down here and they shop with Nickel City, I also send their loved ones books for free to the prisons, to help them out, give them something to read and let them know where the books came from. I myself have spent a lot of time in prison myself. Throughout my life, I'm 49 now. Throughout my life, I've spent maybe about 20 years in and out of the prisons. I finally made a decision after coming out and doing 8 years. I finally made a decision that I was going to change my life around, and I did that. Nobody really has to go through the things that they go through in life. You know, they just have to have that drive and that initiative to go out and do something different with their lives. And that's what I did. And being that I've been gifted with all this, a wonderful wife, a wonderful store, a wonderful company, a wonderful family, I've been gifted with all this, the only thing I can do is give back. So that's what we do here in Nickel City. We work with the community. When our community works, we work.
And I want to thank the both of you, James and Cynthia Scott. This is a true story of triumph over tragedy. And giving back to the community, that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for having us and coming and joining us on our show.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much for
having
having
us.
us.
Hi, we're Cynthia and James Scott. We're the owners of Nickel City Clothing and Books. Nickel City is where your 5 cents count. When you shop in our store, we donate 55 cents from each purchase to sober living homes, homeless women, and battered women's shelter. So if you spend money in our store today, your 5 cents really will count. We try to make sure that we keep our prices low for the community. We don't have anything in our store that costs over $50. So if you're looking for a job, we also help you with interview clothes. We also send books out to prisoners. We're trying to do something in our community. So come down to Nickel City Clothing and Books where your 5 cents will count.
Welcome back to Tonia and Friends. Today's panel is Sheba, Bridget, and Kelly.
Hi, Tonia. How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Hey, for the first discussion that we're talking about today is something it's my biggest pet peeve right now. Don't you hate when you're at the airport or anywhere? I say airport because that's the first thing I think about when I need to charge my phone. Where do you have a hard time charging your phone?
At the airport, everywhere actually. The restaurants, especially because they don't have any outlets there.
They don't. And I think today's age, they need to have like plugins anywhere. I know that everybody wants to be on their phone when you're out to eat and things like that, but I have kids. And
so do we.
Yes,
we all do.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody needs plugs, and we're always asking, hey, do you have a plug for me, Kelly? Or you have an extra one? Do you have a carry-on?
Yes.
My phone's always done.
Yeah, yes, and then, Mom, why didn't you text me back? And all those things, right? Well, iPhone is coming out with a 5.8-inch iPhone with a curved male display. I wish they were coming out this year because listen how they charge it. Guess how they charge it?
How are they charging it?
By solar system.
Oh, solar! We need that like yesterday.
I mean, I'd be like this, you know. I've got the sun's got the power. That's coming out in 2017. And I don't know. Are you excited about it?
I'm so excited. I mean, that would eliminate so much stress.
Yes.
Because right now I go through course like there's no tomorrow.
That's another thing.
And it's very frustrating. I mean, it's pricey as well too.
Yes,
I don't know about y'all. You know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if. Another thing is like if you could design a feature about your phone, you know, what would it be? For me, that would be on top of my list of to redesign because I need to have my phone charged at all times.
To preserve the battery life.
Yes.
They sell battery packs. They come out with these little portables and everything, and it still doesn't work.
No,
it
doesn't.
You have to charge them too.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
So you got to back up your backup charger.
Back into the cords again. You lose your cords, you break your cords.
And not that I go to a lot of concerts or anything, but I was thinking about it that this is great for when you go to concerts, when you go to a triathlon. I've been to many of those where there's no place to charge unless you go to a booth. You know, or when you're outside, this would be a perfect way to stay connected.
It is. Yeah, it is. That's so true. That is so true.
Very true.
So how about you, Kelly? What's your topic for today here?
I am going to be talking about the Trans Am that's going to be coming back. But it's not coming back into Pontiac, because we all know that Pontiac has been done away with. It is, of course, a GM product, and it's coming out under the Chevy line. Its donor car, of course, being the Camaro. So the Firebird is expected to come out in 2017. It is going to be copied after an old movie called Smokey and the Bandit from 1977. And there's only going to be 77 different editions from what I can understand right now. They've tweaked it to approximately 840 horsepower, and the starting price is going to be around $115,000.
Wow. I'm still stuck on the Smokey and the Bandit. I think we all were little kids.
Very little.
And I don't think we were old enough to even watch that movie.
If you do research, you actually watch the show from 77, you take a look at the car. It's a hot little car.
It is a hot car.
I love cars. I have this addiction to hot cars and hot shoes. It's just my thing.
You know, Kelly, I think the old styles are coming back.
And what do you think, Bridget? What do you think about these little cars that we have?
I haven't seen it in a long time, though. I think it's pretty cool.
It's really cool, right? Okay, I agree.
Is it coming out still with the bird in the front?
Of course, it's going to have the bird right on the top.
Okay.
Because it's a Firebird, so.
That's right, huh?
That's awesome.
Awesome.
But it's under the Chevy line, not the Pontiac line, once again, because Pontiac is no longer in existence, but still a GM product.
With the temperature rising, what are you doing to keep cool? We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Martin. I'm here at Leslie Martin Hair and Makeup. If you have an event that you're going to, or going out for a party, or just want to come in and get regular everyday hair services, I offer any salon services such as hair extensions, natural hair, braiding. I'm located on 352 South Farmer Avenue in Tempe, Arizona. Once again, if you're looking for that change or just want something new, definitely come check me out at Leslie Martin Hair and Makeup.
I'm married. I've got 2 daughters, Shane and Charlotte, and we like to spend time together and ride bikes. What do I do anyways, right? I work. That's what I work, right? I work. I don't do video production according to my daughter. I work according to my daughter. I've been into video production since I was a kid. I just love to promote people and their events, their businesses, and to really connect them with the viewer.
Welcome back to Tonia and Friends, and we're back with the panel, and Bridget's going to lead us in on what to do to keep cool in this hot weather of ours, Arizona weather. Bridget, what's going on with the hot weather here?
Spring is here. It's like the air was so muggy. What do you do to prepare for the high temperature on its way?
I think Tonia's feeling hot right now. We need to get a fan on her.
Yes.
Yes. It's swimming.
Swimming is good, and it's a little warm.
It is warm.
Dress lighter clothing and everything I think will help with the warm.
What do you do to be very prepared? Because I'm probably the least prepared person for summer on the planet.
Well, I'll tell you, we went to the Cubs game the other day, spring training game, and I took my kids, and I woke up that morning, I told my 15-year-old, I said, put 4 water bottles in the freezer. That's something I learned being here in Arizona. You freeze your water bottles and then you take it with you. So by the time you get to your event, you could drink it because it stays cold the whole day. That's the first thing we did to prepare for these rising temperatures. It was hot.
Getting older, with my age, my hormones is playing a part here. So I'm going to get tested and try to level my hormone levels and everything, take my vitamins and all that to keep my temperature down as well.
Well, I just kind of wing it every day. I mean, I don't really think about a lot of this kind of stuff because it doesn't really affect me that much, so I make sure I have my water, but that's it.
Just drink lots of water.
Stay hydrated is the key.
Today's fun fact is April 9th is Change Your Name Day. Don't forget, you can change your first, middle, and last name to whatever you want. If you don't like your name, well, just change it. I'm gonna change mine to Taco Man. Remember, it's April 9th. You can't forget this because it's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be the best day of your life because you're changing your own name. And fun fact of the day, don't forget it, April 9th.
Hi, I'm here with Liz, and she is a shoe and handbag designer. Hi, Liz.
Hi, good. I'm doing wonderful.
Tell me everything that you're doing. I mean, you've got a lot going on, girl.
I do. So the name of my designer company, I didn't want to name it after myself, is Bonino. It's a family name. I do lots of different things. I started out with doing shoes, and I thought that was going to be my love and passion. But as it turned out, I designed for myself a bag, and I'll show you this one. It's called the Bonino wrist bag. You put it on like this, and the reason I designed it was because when I went to the clubs or I went to the movies, I went somewhere, I didn't want the cumbersome bag hanging over my arm all the time. So I came up with this great little bag that you just hold to your side and you can dance.
I think
and
all of us girls can totally
Yeah.
identify with this, Liz.
And
Seriously.
a lot of times, what do we do when we go to a club? We take our bags, we throw them in the middle, and everybody's like, you
Yes.
watch it, or can you hold my bag?
Yes.
So now you don't have to worry about that. This one has an adornment on it, so it looks like a bracelet, because I love bracelets.
I love it.
I made some that have them on the side, and then I made plain ones. And this is the most popular because you can use it anywhere. One of the aspects to it is when I first designed it, it would fall off. So if you look at it this way, it has a little angle to it.
Yes.
So when you put it towards your shoulder. So when you put it on like that,
my
you just hold your
goodness.
hands straight. You can hold, and you can put your hands straight
Love it.
down, like even
Liz,
down, like that.
It doesn't fall off.
No, it doesn't fall off.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you could dance,
No,
whatever you need to do with
anywhere.
it.
And tell me about your shoes.
So yeah, I mean the same thing. They're all handmade in Mexico. They're all my unique original designs. And again, I just listen to women. Here's one. I do all types. These are my fancy ones.
Love them. I noticed them right when she walked in the room.
Yeah, I make them for bridal brides in the bridal stores with all the glim and glam of white and off-white.
You are the girl's girl. You got it all.
I know. And this is another great gift for, speaking of brides,
Yes.
when you don't know what to get your bridesmaid, you buy them a bag. Because then they can use it, not during the wedding part, but during the reception and stuff.
Yes.
They can and you can get them different colors. You don't have to get them, we sell a lot in the bridal stores of this combination right now for beach weddings, stuff like that.
It is perfect, Liz. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. I mean, it is.
We're excited.
I'm eyeing the shoe right here. I need this.
We'll hook you up.
Totally. And I need
We'll
the
hook you
bag.
up.
I
Yeah.
do a lot of red carpet interviews sometimes, and I'm like, I need a bag real
Right,
quick.
and you want it to be obnoxious and all over the place, but
This
it's just
is
subtle enough.
perfect.
Yeah, the wrist bags were the little tiny wristlets we used to wear.
Yes.
Those just kill our
Yes.
our
And they're
arms.
so light. It really is.
So thank
But
you.
Thank you so much, Liz.
All right.
Look for Liz. I mean, she's got it all going on.
You're right on time. You stay on my mind when I'm feeling blue. You come on through. Maybe this is supposed to be. Will it last? We will see. Were you and I meant to be? It's still not clear to me. When it's all said and done, you'll be the only one. Makes me feel just like I do. When it's all said and done, you'll be the only one. Makes me feel just like you do. So I'm feeling good, just like I should. Well, I'm feeling you, and you're feeling me too.
primary elections have blown and rocketed. We had a lot of guests. We had Hillary here. We had Bernie Sanders here. We had Donald Trump here. And they were promoting themselves. But the issue were the lines. They were standing in lines like all day and hours with lines and everything to vote. Unlike myself, I did an early ballot. So what do you think about that?
I think that you should do your homework. You should know where you're supposed to go. Get there early. I've done this before. I mean, I became a citizen in 2008. I'm so happy that I can vote. I have a say. And I really think that you need to know. You need to do your homework.
Well, the issue is that there were limited places to go vote. That's what needs to be corrected. Or everybody needs to ask for early ballots and send them in.
True. Send it in. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't do that. They like to go and do it themselves, you know, take the time. Well, I guess you could do that at home, right? But I mean, what I'm saying is do your homework and go early.
Yes.
Just hit the poll. A lot of people don't go really early. I mean, there's still going to be a line. And I really do. They need to open more schools,
But did they
churches.
run into this problem with the last election as well?
You know, I am so glad they had a council meeting about this because of extended lines and everything to discuss it and figure out how they're going to do this for their next election.
I don't know where to vote, though. This would be good information to know where. Tonia and Friends website?
Perfect.
Yes, that's right. ToniaandFriends.com. Ladies, thank y'all for joining me today.
Thank you,
it was
Tonia.
a blast.
Had so much fun.
Ginger, and Kelly.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Welcome to Tonia and Friends. This morning I have my lovely Cynthia Miller here and her wonderful husband James Scott.
You have to proud my name.
All right.
When you say Tonia and Friends, I feel like it's such a home show. Yeah.
We're girls.
Yeah. High five.
All discussion. James and Cynthia Scott from
This is sad. It's April 9th. You can make your own name.